Okay, real talk. I'm going to probably just record this video for a couple minutes and then head off to bed because I'm tired. But being Thursday, going on Friday, I just want to put this out there. Gun control is never the answer. Thugs, criminals, anybody that has access to the internet today can always order a gun off of the black market, or however you access the black market. I'm pretty sure there would be like websites where you can access black market over the internet. Order a gun, have it shipped to you, to your house or to a location of interest or whatever. Buy the damn thing and move on. You know, there's ways. You don't have to be smart enough to know, and I'm not stupid enough to find websites like that. I'm not that dumb, I'm not that desperate, and I'm not a criminal. So, you know, with that being said, I don't support gun control at all, because number one, gun control is not going to work. Okay? Look at Chicago, look at Detroit. Two of the absolute worst cities in the world today. Chicago and Detroit. Chicago, as soon as that gun ban was in place, murder went skyrocket with a fucking gun. In that city alone. And you're telling me, oh, gun control works. No, it doesn't. Look at Chicago. Gun control works. Yeah, fucking right. I like to see every single liberal live in Chicago right now. And tell me that you don't fear for your life in Chicago. I feared for my life when I was in Chicago a couple times. I was in a very bad neighborhood when I was in Chicago. Luckily, that neighborhood turned out to have some really good people who decided not to rob me at that point. Or thought, hey, this is a really cool guy. I'm going to help him out before he gets himself killed. I'm just trying to get myself turned around here. So, you know. So I'm very grateful for that. Pretty sure I made a video on that. Anyways, gun control is never the answer to anything. You can look at it at both arguments and say, okay, well, what if we raise the age of getting a gun to 21? Okay? Well, what about the 16-year-old thugs that are in gangs? What's stopping them from, going to their gang members and saying, hey man, I need a gun. Give me a gun, dude. Or whatever. Weed's illegal, yet people know people and buy it off of them. Alcohol isn't illegal, but you have to be 21 to get it. And yet there are still drunk driving accidents and deaths every single day. So basically, you put a law against something, people are going to continue to kill people. Even if you ban guns, there are other horrific ways to kill a person. Watch a fucking horror movie. Watch a Saw movie. Okay? Watch Saw. Any of the Saws, because they're all pretty much the same. Watch Scream. the movie that my masked character is half based on. Or at least the mask part is. Watch any horror movie that involves a death with a weapon and tell me that's not more gruesome than a fucking gunshot to the fucking head. My job as a trash truck driver is probably more serious than a fucking gun. I'm driving a 20,000 pound weapon. Potential weapon. And the only reason why I say weapon is because it can be used as a weapon. And I don't say that as a threatening manner. I say that because that's a scary ass fact. People have died crashing into trucks, crashing into trash trucks. People have died doing stupid things like speeding and, ended up getting into really bad accidents that slices their fucking body in half. Read any news story that involves a car wreck, and you'd see that there are way more gruesome, way more painful ways of dying. If anything, a bullet to a fucking head is probably the quickest and most painless way of dying. And if you somehow live through that, you're in a coma for a really long time. But if you happen to live through a fucking bullet going through your fucking brain, congratulations. So, I don't know one person that has done it. So, until it happens, it probably won't, but until it happens, in all honesty, vehicles are probably, vehicles are more dangerous than guns. Why don't we ban vehicles? Why? Well, because everybody uses them to go to work. Everybody uses them for daily travel, commute. Got that money. You make money off of these cars, don't you? You can't take away cars. That is the number one source of travel in the United States. You can't take that away. People don't know how to walk. Especially out in the fucking country. People aren't going to learn how to fucking ride a goddamn horse. I'd love to, but I don't got time for that. Trash trucks take a lot of patience, take a lot of training, take a lot of time. Semi trucks take a lot of patience, take a lot of time. They're slower than vehicles at the start, and they could still be more dangerous because you see a fucking truck coming at you at 60 fucking miles an hour and it hits you dead on 60 miles an hour. You're not going to survive that. I'm sorry, but that scene off of Final Destination, whichever Final Destination it is, where that chick gets hit by the bus, you're going to explode. You're going to be a puddle of blood and bits. You're not surviving that. In my belief, and I'll continue to say that, I'll continue to believe this, but in my belief, vehicles are in fact more dangerous and more deadly than guns, and will be more dangerous and deadly than guns. And until people realize this, well, then, what should we really do about it? Well, first of all, maybe we should regulate guns as if it was, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a driver's license. You see, a driver's license, the ability to drive a car is not a right, yet the ability to own a gun is a right. It's an amendment. You have the right to bear arms. It's the Second Amendment. You don't have the right to drive a car. That's a privilege. In my belief, maybe we ought to regulate guns like we do driver's licenses. Maybe we should get trained as professionals to own a handgun. You got yourself a handgun license. And then you got yourself rifles. Hunting rifles. You got another license. Or as the commercial trucking business would call a endorsement. You got an endorsement, which is basically an add-on to your license. So it's not like a second license, it's like an add-on. So instead of a handgun license, now you got an add-on. So now it becomes a rifle license, which means you can own a handgun and a rifle, no matter what kind it is. Well, actually, no, that it does matter, honestly, because a hunting rifle is much different than an assault rifle. And honestly, I'm going to be serious. I don't know the difference between assault rifles and hunting rifles, except that they're basically bullet action, semi-automatic, that kind of stuff. And I'm not really going to get into an argument about it. But to really end this video, the point of this conversation is that gun control is not going to work at all. If you control guns like you control weed, it's never going to work. If you control guns like you control cars, maybe that might work. Maybe. Honestly, I'm in for it. I could do something like that. Get trained on a handgun, which is probably the only thing I'd ever own, is a handgun. I won't show it off or anything, but it's a handgun, so, whatever. But anyways, that's all I have time for now, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button down below. And also don't forget to hit that notifications button so you get notified whenever I go live or whenever I make a video. Before I end, YouTube's still being a dick, so still can't stream. So that's whatever. Anyways, I got like 10 more seconds of this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.